Alright, let me turn that down just a little bit. What's up, Dr. Bash here? He asks, are you going for gems or casual like the first game? Oh, today's just going to be a casual playthrough. I might grab some gems that are easy to get, that I know how to get. But overall, this is going to be a very casual playthrough. Hello, everybody. Let's not beat around the bush. Let's get this thing started. My Elgato capture software, no matter what I do, thinks my PlayStation Classic is a PS4. Shit. Do I not have Crash 2 installed? I'm also having audio issues. Give me a sec. Let me close this. What's up, Neko? How you doing? Neko Blob. As we wait for the Elgato software to open, I'm fairly sure if I don't have it installed to the PlayStation itself, I think I have it loaded up in RetroArch. Yes, there we go. There it is. No glasses. Yes, no glasses. I have a little bit of a headache today, and I thought it might be better for my eyes if I didn't have my glasses on. So I have my monitors pulled extra close so I could see them. Alright, give me a sec. I'm going to mute to check audio.
Bandicoot 2. Cortex strikes back.
Alright, that sounds good. What's up, Purdy? He says blindfolded or nah? Yeah, probably not blindfolded today. I don't know this game nearly as well as I know Crash 1. Ooh, you know what? Let me switch to 16:9 or 4:3 capture. There we go. That looks a little cleaner. I love that I'm able to kind of switch these on the fly between 16:9 and 4:3. You're going to be watching 2 streams at once. Oh my goodness. Can I move this over? I don't want my bookshelf in the background. I still have a background from last time.
Also, the remaining 25 slave crystals from the surface. How do you expect to retrieve them?
Alright, that'll work.
Don't have any Earthbound operatives left?
You fool!
You fool!
Unaware of the situation? If we don't have any friends...
If you ever go bald, please do a Neo Cortex cosplay. Nero, I swear to you, if I ever go bald, which, God, I'm hoping that doesn't happen, I will cosplay Cortex.
Crash? Crash?
My battery's fried.
Battery is fried. Make yourself useful, big brother, and bring an extra battery for me.
My computer's dead, so I gotta go back and forth. Okay, so good to know. So if I see my viewer count fluctuating, it's just gonna be you. What's up, Murky? It says good afternoon or good night, depending on where you are in the world. For me, it's about afternoon. Streaming a little earlier today than normal. I went to bed early last night, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna try to stream a few minutes earlier. So we're about a half hour earlier. Crash's stepsister. You know, they never really do explain where Coco comes from. She just pops up in this game, and it's like, oh, yep. Crash Bandicoot has a sister.
Well. If it isn't Crash Bandicoot, welcome. I apologize for the crude means used to bring you here, but I rather expect a written invitation would have been turned down. I need your help. Surrounding you are a series of 5 doors. Through each door lies a well-hidden crystal. The crystals look like this. Bring me the crystals, Crash. That is all I will say for now. We will speak again.
Alright, Turtle Woods. We can get the crystal and both gems in a single go. So we're going to do that. So the first stage, Turtle Woods, does have one of the colored gems in it. It's the blue colored gem. The way to get the blue colored gem is to play through the entire stage without breaking a crate. At no point does the game even foreshadow to that. It doesn't tell you how to do it. You just have to know to beat the stage without breaking a single crate. And then I do believe we should be able to go back to the start of the stage. We get the gem, we go back, we die. If we don't have any checkpoints, we'll start back at the beginning of the stage with the colored gem and be able to play through it again like normal. Sometimes you can skip these pits. If you jump at like just the right part on the side of this kind of crater in the ground, you can just skip this entirely. Like that. Alright, so no crates. We'll get the blue gem. Who's that guy? Where's Mr. C? He's dead. I killed him. Alright, so we still got all three. Are you an imposter? Yes. When the imposter is sus. I am sus. How you doing, Saxby? Do I like this game? I like Crash 2. I was always way more into Crash 3 growing up. If you've watched my video, you heard my story. I didn't own Crash 2 as a kid. I didn't own Crash 1 or 2 as a kid, but one of my best friends who was my neighbor growing up had both games, and my cousins had both games as well. So, like, no matter where I was, if I was hanging out with a friend, whether it be, like, family or just, like, a friend on the street, somebody had Crash, and then I remember, like, begging for a Crash Bandicoot game, and I expected to get Crash 2. Well, not expected, I think that's the wrong word. I had asked for Crash 2. I didn't know Crash Warped existed. I was just like, I want Crash Bandicoot 2 like everyone else. And so, for Christmas one year, I got that Crash Bandicoot collection box, which had Crash Warped, which is Crash 3, Crash Team Racing, and Crash Bash. I didn't know those games existed. This was a time before the internet. This was a time way before the internet, so I didn't know that game existed. Now, going back, like I said in the video, I'm not a big fan of all the vehicle stages, and I feel like that takes off a lot of points for me now. So I'm leaning more towards liking Crash 2 these days. It's just so much simpler. Yes, there's the gimmick stages, but they're not like... there isn't 4 different motorcycle stages in Crash 2. As a matter of fact, there's 0 motorcycle stages. This is Bizarro Kurt. He's evil, likes Donkey Kong Country, and has impeccable hygiene. Hey, regular Kurt has impeccable hygiene. I can't... I just died. I can't go more than like a day without showering, and I wash my hands like constantly. I brush my teeth twice a day. I like to think that I have impeccable hygiene. You were a bad boy, so Santa punished you? No, Santa blessed me that year. He got me something I didn't even know I wanted. I have a similar story with the Sonic Advance series. So Sonic Advance, the first one, was one of the first games I had for my Game Boy Advance. And I loved that game, right? I loved that game so much. And then one day at a summer camp, they let us like play with our Game Boys during like free time or whatever. And there was like a new kid or something, and he had Sonic Advance 2, and I'm like, whoa, what? They made another one? I can't believe that. I thought he was kidding. I thought it was like hacked. I'm like, no way, I don't believe that. And so, I finally was convinced that it was a real game. God, how old was I? I was maybe like, how old was I in 2002? I was like 7? 6 or 7? I just didn't believe it was a real game. And so, I finally believed him that it was real. And I saved up money and I bought my own copy of it, right? And as soon as I got my copy, which was at like 2003 at this point, another kid shows up, and he's got Sonic Advance 3, and I'm like, they made another one? No, I can't slow down. I'm 7 years old. I can't afford to keep buying Game Boy games. It's like when you're a kid and you don't have like easy access to the internet, you don't really keep up with like the development of things. So it's like when something comes out, it's like a surprise. You're like, whoa, I didn't expect to see that. Sure, we all have Dorito crumbs in our beards every now and then. I thought Mr. C was such a loyal Sonic fan that he owned the Sonic popcorn machine in his room. No, unfortunately not. That would be a really cool collectible piece, though. I do have 2 more videos in the works that are both Sonic related. So if you're a fan of Sonic, you're gonna be happy because I got 2 Sonic themed videos coming up. No game magazines at the time. Oh no, they existed. We just didn't get any. I was never allowed to subscribe to any magazines. I have like the odd Game Informer magazine laying around somewhere, but it's like if I bought something that came with a magazine. Now, I don't plan on going for the gems, but you know, like I said at the beginning, I'll pick up whatever I can. Like if I can easily get a gem, I'll get it just for the hell of it. The facial animations are amazing for the time, right? Man, like Naughty Dog knew the PlayStation, man. They mastered this thing. Like such a step up over Crash 1 in terms of visuals. Okay, actually, briefly, something I didn't touch on in my Crash reviews is these bouncy crates exist in all 3 titles, and in Crash 1 and 2, they take 10 bounces to break. Takes forever, right? In Crash Warped, they cut it down to 5, which is such a blessing. They break so much quicker. Because like when you're faced with parts in these games where there's like 20 of those bouncy crates, oh my god, does that break the flow of the game. Because you gotta bounce on those things 200 times. Like, literally, if my math is correct, which it probably isn't, you gotta bounce on those things 200 times. Aku Aku is a vampire. No reflection. Oh, just... I don't think that was intentional. I would just blame that on the PlayStation. Now, Crash himself has a reflection, but you're right. Aku Aku does not have a reflection. In all my years, I never noticed that. Good eye. Alright. Question is, can we get the Snow Go red gem early? Okay, so this colored gem right here, you have to take a secret path in a different stage to get this gem. You start in a different stage and then it takes you here so you can get that gem. If you time it just right, you can get it early. I've only been able to do this once or twice. You have to slide and spin like at the same time and then finish it with a body slam, but you need to make sure that you don't bounce on this bouncy crate. Come on. I'm doing it too early. So if you're able to do that and get the right height on it, you can actually get that gem early. I'm only going to try this a few more times. Ah, so close. So if you see it, it kind of like moves up and down like that. You have to time it so that like the frame that it's at its lowest, you do the body slam. I really wanted to record a clip of this for the review, and so I sat doing this for like a good 2 hours and I just couldn't do it. I remember doing it as a kid. I know it would help if I actually watched the timing. By the way, the green screen in the closet's pretty convincing. Oh, you think so? Oh yeah, it's a shame that it's just a green screen. How about that? I've been feeling less and less motivated to actually set up the green screen lately. Because I feel like I had all these interesting ideas of things to do with it, and I still plan on doing things with it in the future. I just think for the streams, it doesn't really benefit us all that much. Mr. C depression mode. Story of my life, but we don't talk about that. Oh, come on! I totally got it that time. Where's my glasses? I mentioned that I have a little bit of a headache, and I just figured if I took my glasses off for a little bit, it might help me a little bit. So I pulled my monitor super close because I can't see more than like a few inches in front of me. Oh, come on. We should have got that. Superman. Alright, I'm only going to try it one more time. If we can't get it one more time, we're done. Nope. Okay, skipping it. I doubt you guys would want to sit here for 2 hours and watch me try that over and over again. You might hear the dog going off in a few moments. I think there's a delivery guy outside. I think that was all the crates. I could be wrong. Is this PS2? No, this was PlayStation 1. This was original PlayStation. Did the Game Boy Advance survive your rage, or did you give it a Viking funeral? No, it survived. I got it working. It's wrapped up. It's ready to ship. It is currently for sale. Yes, I got it working. I got the stripped screw out. So I took super glue and I coated the tip of a screwdriver with super glue and I stuck it in there and I waited for it to dry, like dry on the screw. So I was able to twist it out by gluing it. I had to sacrifice a screwdriver, unfortunately, but I was able to get it out.
No, this, as long as you are allied with Cortex, you are my sworn enemy, and I will do anything in my power to stop you. If the fate of the world is truly your concern, you must gather the gems, not the crystals. If you obtain all...
He says, gather the gem, not the crystals. Yet, if you do everything in your power and skip all of the crystals, you cannot progress the game. It will not let you progress. Did you give a screwdriver a Viking funeral? No. I put it in the garbage. Because, like, I tried to get the screw off, but it was on there too good. Ah, darn it. The screw, like, it was really stuck to that screwdriver. There was no, like, I took a hammer and I was trying to hammer it off because, like, I didn't want to lose a screwdriver. So the game auto locks? No. So it's not like it's not like it soft locks. It just, like, you cannot progress unless you get the crystals. So, like, you'll get to the point where the crystals are mandatory to progress the story to go to the next warp room. And if you don't have the crystals, if you just have the gems, the transport just never opens up. So you can't just collect the gems. You have to get the crystals. All I'm saying is it was a great opportunity for an alternate story. Ooh, he got me. Oh, are we gonna make it in time? No, we're not gonna make it in time. Damn it, we just missed out on the gem. Imagine a Crash Telltale game. That'd be boring. There goes the dog. You gotta beat that stage really fast to get the gem. Just went a little too slow. Oop. Now I'm rushing a little too fast. You know, I've never been a big fan of the Telltale games. I just find them a little boring. It's like, because I'm playing a video game. I don't want to just play a movie, you know? Is that a hot take? I feel like that's a hot take. What's up, Jobbin? How you doing, dude? Yeah, I'm just, like, okay, I don't hate them. Like, I have a few of the Walking Dead ones, and I've beaten them all, and I've played them all, right? They're not super engaging to me. Like, yes, the stories are good. Like, I really like the story of the first Walking Dead game. I've never seen a single episode of the TV show. And I think there was a comic before it. I've never engaged with those pieces of media at all. But I played the entirety of the first and second Walking Dead games, and like I enjoyed the stories, but I was like really bored with the gameplay. Really bored. If I haven't been canceled by now, I never will. Here's the thing, though. I have hot takes, but none of them are offensive. It's always just, I don't like this piece of media. I'm a very accepting person when it comes to, like, real issues of the world. But when it comes to, like video games, I won't sugarcoat it. If I don't like something, I don't like something. I'm indestructible like DSP. Oh, I was just scratching my leg. Hang on, I gotta scratch my leg real quick. Oh. Oh, backtracking. Oop. Oh, I sure hope I don't take any more damage. Alright, we somehow managed to survive that. Skin of the teeth, though. Whew. Thank God Crash has like 2 frames where he can still jump after walking off a cliff. He scratched his groin on camera. No, I was just itching my leg. I'm gonna loop that and use it. Of course you will, you pervert. It's all sex jokes to you. I'm more competent than 99% of game journalists. I don't know if I'd say that. Like, I have thoughts and opinions. I'm just abysmal at putting them onto, like, paper. Like, I have my opinions. It's just I have a really hard time, like, putting my thoughts out there. I have the thoughts in the head. It's just they put out, they give me a hard time getting them out. Your reviews are really well put together. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate it. I'm a perfectionist. I'm never going to be satisfied with anything, no matter how much work I put into it. Ooh, he's mad about something. I think that was all of them. Alright guys, give me a sec. I'm going to step away for a moment. My dog is a very specific bark for when he flips over his food bowl and can't get to his food. Give me a second. I'll be right back. No, I'm back. So I was wrong. He didn't flip his food ball over. So his crate where he sleeps at night is like right up against the wall. And I guess at some point he put a treat back there and he couldn't get it. So I had to move his crate so he could get the treat that was stuck between his crate and the wall. Jobin says, I am too monkey brained to write something on that scale. Oh, me too. I feel like I'm just like, I'm pretending. Oh, damn it. I feel like I'm pretending to be a journalist. I have an interesting video coming up, though. It's a little bit different. So my next video, instead of being a I didn't hit the box. My next video, instead of being a traditional review, is more about the history of something. So think like a Did You Know Gaming type video, except strictly about the history of something. I'm very excited. It popped into my head last night, the idea for this video, and I've already gathered up all my footage for it. Like I'm ready to start production on this. It's kind of like, I don't want to say too much, but it is Sonic the Hedgehog themed. It's like a combination of Sonic content / Lost Media content. I'm excited to talk about it. I've always had a fascination with Lost Media. And so I'm on the Lost Media Wiki the other night, and I'm reading about this thing that I'd never heard of before. And I was really interested in it, so I rabbit holed really deep. And I was like, this could make a great video idea. Mr. C vlogs. No, probably not going to be vlogging. I don't really have any interest in doing... Oh, number one, I don't find myself interesting enough to do a vlog. Sonic DeviantArt Lost Media. Hell no, I'd get guideline striked for that. Dirty. Let me escape the boulder. I see the chat moving. Give me a sec. You'll know you made it when you get your own OCs. Is it the lost build of a game or some kind of different form of Sonic media? I don't want to say too much because I want it to be a surprise. Or heck, even the original version of the movie. You know, one thing I come to find about the original, God, how am I gonna say this? So the Sonic movie, right, originally had that ugly ass design. Apparently, according to the artists who actually worked on the film, the only parts of that cut that were finished were cuts for the trailer. So unfortunately, there is no full version of the original Sonic cut. See how long that takes? So it was a marketing stunt? Okay, no, I don't personally believe it was a marketing stunt. I think that was what they really wanted to do. They really wanted that to be the Sonic for that movie. And the fan backlash made them change it. Because there was, like, people wouldn't have gone to see it if he looked like that. It's fucking hideous. I don't think it was a marketing thing. They had done enough footage to make a trailer. People didn't like it, so they said, okay, great, let's scrap it, and let's start this over from scratch. And it was a great decision. Oh, I hate these little bouncy things. Whoop. Right, I gotta get those crates. The box, or the boulder, unfortunately bounces right over those crates, so you have to break them yourself. There we go. Got it.
Listen up. We are not without enemies. Some of them you may even recognize, although they cannot harm you inside this warp room.
Alright, so I didn't get anything from Hang 8. Just because like I said, I don't want to go for all the gems right now. I really want this to just be a casual playthrough. But at the same time, I just feel incomplete if I don't go for the gems. Or at least make an attempt. Ooh, hang on. Here it says, so hypothetically, if we were to make an OC of you, what animal would be closest to your personality / persona? I've never really thought about it before. I sleep a lot, so maybe like a koala bear or like a sloth, something slow and stupid, like a koala. Koalas are like dumb as hell, and I mean that in the nicest way possible. They are stupid as hell. I think I read once that their brain, or rather, their bodies evolved over time to have like this gel-like substance inside their skull surrounding their brain because they're so stupid that they fall out of trees so often and they're constantly like cracking their heads open that over the years they developed this protection because they're so stupid. I love them. They're stupid, but I love them. Alright, I don't think we can get the Snow-Go gem yet. You can see a koala working. I'd go for a koala. Whoop. Like, I'm not a furry, so I don't really have any interest in having a fursona. But if I did, I think I'd want to be a koala. Like I said, they're stupid and they sleep all day, just like me. Yeah, we need the red gem before we can do that. Someone record this. My streams are almost always backed up. Unless you guys push my buttons and then I get rid of them. Ooh. Oh, it doesn't matter. I can't get the gem anyway. I recorded I was just scratching my leg, obviously. How do you get the red gem? I'm trying to remember. If you don't cheat and get it early, how do you get it? I'm trying to remember. Where's the entrance? I think I have to go one of the secret warp rooms first. Are you going to talk about the Lost Ken Bender Sonic movie? No, but I have heard of that before. So what I'm going to talk about is a piece of media that I didn't know existed. like I said, I don't want to talk about it. Oh, that's how you get it. I don't really have any time frame of when this video will be ready. Not tomorrow, but I'm shooting for maybe next Saturday. I'll have it ready to go. Is it super obscure? Not really. Somehow I didn't know about it. Yeah, somehow I didn't know about it. Would you do a video, or what would you do if a video game of CWC beating the crap? What? Number one, Hikiko could totally take Chris-chan in a fight. I don't doubt that for a second. Did people make videos? Oh, yes. Like I said, stop guessing because I don't want to say just yet. But yes, there are videos about it on YouTube. Somehow I just didn't know this thing existed. There's really no checkpoints through this whole thing. Well, I'm trying to find a soundtrack for a documentary series, which no one's posted anywhere. Really? A documentary series on what? Because, I mean, it might be original music that they had done. Alright. There we go. It's a documentary series about some engineering marvels. I mean, was it like a professionally done documentary by like a film company, or was this something done on YouTube? Yeah, YouTube and Google's what do we call it? Like audio recognition system is actually really good. Like if you have any type of virtual assistant that you can like do voice control with, a lot of the time if you just say like, you know, hey Google, hey Alexa, hey, you know, whatever, what song is this, and play the music, it actually does a really good job of picking up on it. It was a National Geographic one. Then it's probably original stuff that they had done. So I hate to say it, but I don't see them releasing something like that. We'll go for Hang 8 one more time. We can at least get the standard gem. Ah. Nope. Darn it, we're just too slow. Why am I so slow today? We've already been streaming for close to an hour, and we've made, like, no progress. Alright, got it this time. There we go. Beat the timer. Ah. Paleo World and Eyewitness have the coolest intro songs for any documentary. There was... What news station was this? There was a TV news station not long ago. I think this was during the election, the US election. There was a TV news station that my girlfriend and I would leave on as we were just like listening to, you know, political talk. And for whatever reason, the music that they had in between commercial breaks was like really good. And we don't know why. It was just like generic, probably like no copyright music, but it was like really good. And so we tried for the longest time to track it down and like find like a clean copy of it, but I don't know if it was something that they had commissioned themselves and just, you know, wasn't released publicly, but yo, for lack of a better term, it was a banger, as the kids would say. It was lit. And it's like, can we consider it lost media? If it exists, it just has like someone speaking over it? Like, is it considered lost media if a clean rip of something doesn't exist? Alright, so for this one, we have to go farther ahead, activate a switch crate, and then come back for all of these. What's your favorite Varg Vilkernes song? I'm unfamiliar with that artist, so I couldn't tell you. My my slow ass brain is having a hard time reading that. Varg Vikernes. Varg Vikernes. Yeah, I'm unfamiliar. Alright, so first room is complete. What do we got next? Can't get the one in Snowbiz yet. Or no, I can, because I got the red gem. I would like to see if the way the light bleeds from the portal doors is animated texture or raster luminization. Very nice effect. We'll take a look. Obviously, I I couldn't tell you, but when we go back to the warp room, we'll take a look. We'll analyze it a little bit closer. Ooh. Oh, how do I do this one? Oh, there we go. Right, like I'm not crazy for an original PlayStation game. Like visually, these games are gorgeous. You know, say what you will about Naughty Dog as a developer, but they learn the ins and outs of a console and they maximize it to its fullest extent. Ah, darn it. That was my last Aku Aku mask. Oh, oh. I really don't want to have to do all this again. Ah, darn. I mean, I guess I could have bounced off the little hedgehog dude. What's up, Melly? How are the stocks looking today? I haven't checked. I actually haven't looked at any of my crypto today. I try not to look at it daily. If I look at it daily, I'll drive myself crazy. I used to do that when I owned more shares as opposed to cryptocurrency. I was checking it like multiple. Oh, damn it! I was checking it like multiple times per day, and it was like, oh my god, it was exhausting. Not a lot of traffic today. Maybe too early? I mean, this is usually when we stream. So I've been streaming for about an hour. I did start a half hour early today, but yeah, I don't know. We're not doing so hot today. It's a little concerning. It's very, you know, YouTube is a very frustrating thing. It's like no matter how much time and effort you put into it, you know, to make something quality, YouTube really doesn't do anything to help promote you. Like nothing at all. Like you're like a slave to the algorithm. You know, it doesn't matter how nice equipment you have. It doesn't matter how much time you put into your content. It doesn't matter what type of content you make, unless you're making Among Us children's content. But YouTube really does nothing to promote their creators. Nothing at all. You know, the trending tab is just eaten up by garbage. Like mass-produced garbage. Like, they really do nothing to help the everyday creator. It's very frustrating. I've been very frustrated with YouTube lately. I feel like our growth has just dropped off a cliff. And it's frustrating because I really did everything I could to build this into something enjoyable that people would want to see. And just growth-wise, we've just dropped off a cliff. It's heartbreaking. Other things you could do to get growth. I mean, at some point I'm going to branch out to more social media, but I'm not big enough yet to justify managing like other social medias like Instagram and things like that. No, I'm not big enough. Nobody gives a shit about me. Nobody gives a single flying shit about me. So like what? I don't feel the need to have like a lot of social media quite yet. I need to get discovered first. You're too vanilla for YouTube. Come out as trans. Oh my gosh. Am I too vanilla? I don't know what it is I could do differently. You know? Like, I'm going to continue to try. I'm going to continue to make content that I like making. And if it takes off, great. If not, that sucks. And it's heartbreaking to know that so much time and effort is just going, you know, completely, like, just nobody sees it. Nobody sees it. And it makes me wonder why, you know, 530-something people bothered to even hit the subscribe button if I'm only pulling like 30 views on videos that take me 35 hours to make. Be more edgy, not so PG. I'm not a very edgy person, though. I'm not going to change who I am. Like, I'm going to be me. I'm going to make the content that I like. It's what you like, not necessarily what others want. You don't have to ride every trend, but there has to be something. I know. I was really hoping by this point about a full... Like, it's been about 1 full year of me doing YouTube full-time, and just nothing has really took off, and it's so frustrating. It's never guaranteed. Like, I didn't walk into this, like under the assumption that I was guaranteed success. You know, we've made a nice little family, but we haven't had that growth that I've really needed to continue to do this. I think I maybe have like maybe another month before I have to stop. So I'm going to do everything I can for like this last month, but for the month of July, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do YouTube full time anymore. Like, I just don't want to get to the point where I'm making like Among Us cancer content. I don't want to have to do that. Like the cringy like Among Us kids like, ooh, we called the imposter at 3 a.m. I don't want to. I am never going to stoop that low. I don't want to complain your ears off. Let's talk about something else. I love edgy content, but it's tricky to not get censored if you go that route. I really try to be a good boy here, but I like it more spicy. And dude, I understand, like, I understand that mindset entirely. But here's the thing. If I'm trying to grow this into a business, You know, I have to think like a businessman. Like, if I opened a store, if I opened a physical store, you know, would I be swearing at all my customers? Like, would I be making fun of them, and would I be saying things to offend them? No, because I'd want them to come back to my store. I'd like them to get something out of it. I'd like them to have a good experience. You know, I'm thinking of YouTube like a business. You know, if I opened a physical brick and mortar store and I called everyone who came in the store a swear word, they wouldn't come back. You know, people wouldn't want to come shop with me. I wouldn't get, you know, the brand recognition. You know, eventually when we get to the point, if we get to the point where I'm able to accept sponsorships for, like, I don't know, fucking Raid Shadow Legends. Raid Shadow Legends isn't gonna like if I say the N-word. Not that I would, but I have to, I'm looking at this like a business, and I'm a professional person. I'm not like that edgy, I'm not Filthy Frank, I'll tell you that. Like, I'm not edgy. Content has to be a little more interesting. Well, perhaps what I'm doing isn't interesting to you. Maybe it's just not interesting to you. It's interesting to somebody. It's just about finding that audience. It's about getting out there and finding that audience. Gotta do what's best for you. That is the truth. Just leave the review stuff and focus on your own brand of streaming, and to stream consistently for constant lengths of time every week or so. Here's the thing, though. I was streaming 3 days a week constantly, or 4 days a week at one point, and just streams, from what I can tell, and we'll take a look at this texture now that we're here, but streams, from what I can tell, on YouTube are not good for drawing new viewers. You need some type of other content to bring viewers to your channel to then have them watch your streams. So you have to do pre-scripted edited content to get people to your platform, and then from there they'll transition to your streams. I understand you don't want to associate with the Big C, but that was a core part of your appeal. It was enjoyable to come here and make some jokes about it and see some references. Well, we did that, you know, we ran the Catalina collection for a year. That is done. It's time to move on and do something else. I'm never going to be able to grow as a person and a content creator if I don't move on from that. It's definitely not... What else did you say? You said it could either be a texture or... Would like to see the way the light bleeds from that portal at doors. Animated texture or raster illumination. Very nice effect. What if you had a uniform? I mean, what do you mean, like a leather outfit? Should I dress in leather? Okay, so over the month of June, right? I'm gonna go like all in with content creation. Like, I'm gonna try to be even more like thorough with the content that I make. So E3 is this month, so expect a lot of E3 coverage. I'm gonna be doing a lot of reactions, a lot of analysis type videos. I'm going all in on the E3 content. I'm going to try to get out at least 2 reviews and my Lost Media video that I'm working on. I'm going to try to get out like a lot of content through the month of June. And if it just doesn't work out, then unfortunately I'm going to have to throw in the towel for a bit. Just wears black clothes. Maybe if you had some sort of a look associated with you. You have some medium-sized YouTubers around. Maybe a collab with Yukiko, Thor High Heels, Captain Psychopath, etc. Challenge another streamer to a boxing match. Mr. Catalina dies on stream. I mean, Mr. C dies on stream. I mean, the outfit thing could work. Like, I tried it with the green screen, right? Like, I tried to always be unique with the green screen backgrounds, but nobody really seemed to care. Look, I don't want to sit here and complain for hours on end. You know, this is a personal thing. It's a project that I'm working on. I'll get the YouTube thing figured out. It's just about finding my niche, finding what works. And like, I'm branching out, I'm trying scripted content. Something's gonna work. It's just about finding that thing that works. And I feel like I'm like, the clock is ticking. Like, something has got to work soon, or I won't have the opportunity to try things anymore. Something's got to work soon, and it's exhausting mentally to know that there's like this timer ticking, and I'm racing against the clock. Yeah, I won't be able to get the gem because I died. Oh well. Just pump out a bunch of reaction content. That's what's coming up, man. I'm gonna do live stream reactions to each of the E3 press conferences. Sony's not there this year, but Microsoft, Nintendo, Bethesda, Take-Two. Like, I'm gonna do reaction streams to all of the big E3 presentations. I'm gonna split up the reaction streams into individual uploads as well. And then for things that I'm personally interested in, I plan on doing like trailer analysis type videos. Like, I'm going all in with the content this month. After the big C thing went out the window, you kind of lost everything that made you unique. I enjoy the community, but wouldn't be able to say I recommend you. I can do that for Hikiko. Okay, well, I'm sorry that I no longer make content that appeals to you, man, but I'm doing what I like and what I want to do, and if it's not your thing, then, like, it's not your thing. I'm sorry. You know, I'm gonna make it work my own way. I'm gonna beat this thing. Oh, I enjoy you and the community, but wouldn't be able to say that I recommend you. Oh, I thought I read that correct. I'm sorry. Obviously, I would never compare myself to anyone else. You know, everyone is different. But, I mean, Hikiko does gaming content. You know, I feel like 95% of YouTube is gaming content, so why would I not be successful? Oh, I wouldn't be able to say why I recommend you. Ah, okay. I got you, man. I guess you're right. It's very... Alright, I don't want to talk about it anymore, because I'm just gonna put me in a bad mood. I apologize. I'm not good at reading things very quickly. I have to take my time. And when I'm streaming, I feel like I have to read quickly. I missed crates, and I sure don't care. Oh, give me a second. I gotta answer a text message. strange. I don't remember a branching path in this stage. What was the point of that? Just to throw some extra crates in this stage? Why was that necessary? Narrow pathways and bouncy things and electrical gates are not a good mix. Oop. How am I supposed to do this? Oh, that's a metal bounce crate. I thought it was a wood one. Nah, no way. Won't be able to do it. Am I even going for the gem? I I feel like I probably missed crates at some point. Alright, so I gotta be fast enough to break this one. Ah, darn it. Just a little too slow. I swear to God, if I keep doing this and I missed a box earlier in the stage and just didn't realize, I'm gonna pop a blood vessel live on stream. Mr. C dies on stream. Oh, please let me have got all the crates. Okay. Whew. You die in the game, you die in real life. Then I would have been dead a long time ago. I think we died on the first stage. That's a challenge you can do. What is the way to the secret gem? I think it was the other path. The secret gem in this stage is really, really stupid. There's like a false wall that you have to walk through. Was it this one? Yep. There's a false wall that you have to walk through. How stupid is that? Who in their right mind would have found that? Sometimes we talk about you with a couple friends. I was telling them of the unrequested photos you get on Twitter. I know that sucks, but we had a good laugh. No, I think it is funny that that happens, but it's just irritating. And I feel like if I continue to make that content, that's the type of people I'm going to continuously attract. And I don't want to do that. I want to attract a normal person. I want to attract someone who doesn't think it's socially acceptable to send random pee-pee pics. You know, someone with a functioning brain who realizes that that is not normal or okay. Which, like you guys are all normal and okay. And I've been very fortunate that I've been able to bring over some normal people. Ah, darn it. Well, I got the gem, whatever. You think we're normal? Yeah. Some of the interactions I've had with fans from that other channel, you guys are like as normal as can possibly be. Oh. Darn hitboxes. We're the cream of the crop, if you can. We're the cream of the crop, not the undesirable cream, if you catch my drift. Yes, you guys are desirable cream. Lotion. You guys are some nice lotion. Pushing up my glasses is such a force of habit that when I'm not wearing my glasses, I still try to do it. That's so infuriating. Alright, other way. Pushing up his glasses like... all over dramatic. I really like the English dub. Whoever voices Mr. C did a really good job. I'd fire him. Tell him his voice is annoying and he's too dyslexic to read. Like if a professional voice actor stuttered like I do and had to constantly reread the script as much as I do, then oh man, he'd be fired. He's voiced by a Japanese woman in the original. As God intended. There's just so much more emotion in the English sub. The original Japanese just has so much more emotion. Oh, darn it. You have to do a slide jump over these things, but the ceiling is too small. The ceiling is too low. I think you have to slide jump. Oh, alright, I guess not. And somehow I missed crates. Oh well. It was all the nitro crates. I didn't see the nitro switch anywhere. Now, the forgotten Crash Bandicoot characters, the Komodo brothers. They show up in this game and Crash Team Racing, and that was it. They never come back. Komodo bros. Bruh. Why did they never do anything else with these characters? What's up, Aussie Tom? Yeah, they got shafted, all right. They got the short end of the deal. They show up in one game, and one of them gets a boss cameo in Crash Team Racing. That's it. Not a happy camper. What's going on with the PC, man? What's going on? So it was probably the motherboard. That's what you're thinking. Let's figure out an angle. Thor is very informal. Like kitsch early 2000s graphics, Hikiko is into obscure games, deep dives, is a bit of a weeb with self-depreciating humor. What's your deal? Maybe it's a reflection of how I feel in my real life. Maybe I just don't know who I am and I don't know what I want. Isn't that stressful? You're right, like, who am I? What do I have to add to the conversation? It's a good point. I'm not really an expert on anything. I don't feel like I'm really, I don't feel like I have the expertise to really do anything. I think that's more of an issue with my own confidence, as I feel like I can't even learn new things. Oh, I need therapy. You get the crystal. All right. Kurt is a tour guide of whatever subject he puts his hands on. Kurt is cool Crash Bandicoot's review man. Well, I'm not going to be doing any more Crash reviews for a while. What topic and what pipeline to help pump this stuff out quickly enough? Well, I mean, like, if I'm going to do something informational, is that a word? Informative. If I'm going to do something informative, these things just take time. I don't think there is a way to, like, streamline the process and make it faster. Like, if I want it done right, I'm going to take my time and do it right. I'm hoping that the video that I'm working on now, this Sonic video that I'm working on, the next two Sonic videos I'm working on, I hope that they have some mainstream appeal, because they're both relevant right now. So I'm hoping that I have some success with these two. It's completely random. Sometimes the PC will boot, sometimes it won't. Sometimes my SSDs aren't found. Sometimes the boot takes minutes before... That is really weird. Yeah, it almost sounds like you don't have the correct wattage. Like your PSU can't power everything. I don't know. All of you remember to comment on his videos. You guys do more than enough. Like, the fact that I have anybody at all that likes my content is like the slightest bit reassuring. It's actually great. It really lets me know that like I have a chance. Like if I were starting out like from scratch with 0 followers, I would have quit by now. Because I hate the idea of sitting here and talking to myself. And, you know, if I make these like, you know, close to 20-minute long YouTube videos, and like if I had nobody watching them and no comments and no likes and nothing, that would be like the most discouraging thing in the world. Show for Mr. C. You guys help me out immensely, and I've said this before, but I am just, words cannot describe how thankful I am to have anybody here at all. You guys are great. You've been helping me out immensely. We're trying. It's gonna work out eventually. It's just a matter of when. I'm up against the clock. Do you own a bathtub? I do. You guys want hot tub streams? I could be a hot tub streamer. Shake my titties. Maybe he could say, remember, I see you. Don't know if that's too much of Drebin from MGS4. Ah, I've never played a Metal Gear Solid game. I don't get your reference. Wait, that's the end of the stage. Oh, I didn't do the secret path anyway, so I can't get the gem. Oh, maybe I can. I don't think there's any boxes at the end of it. Mr. C can review beef jerky in his or underwear collection for all I care. Your boy needs some new underwear. I stocked up when I used to work at my store, who used to sell really nice underwear, so I stocked up. But eventually it just kind of wears out. Oh, I didn't even have the crystal. Oh, man. I would have done that whole stage and didn't even get the damn crystal. My mate thinks it could also be a messed up BIOS. He's gonna come by and help troubleshoot with me. I bet you do after those dirty crap briefs. I mean, a BIOS flash is not a difficult thing to do. You just need to be careful with it, Aussie Tom. Obviously, you know what you're doing. You know, you're a PC guy. But, yeah, you gotta be careful with that. Yeah, I guess there was 4 crates at the end of the death route. Not death route, the colored gem path. A motherboard upgrade is something I'd like to do very soon. Well, I want to do both a motherboard upgrade and a CPU upgrade. I'm still rocking a B350 motherboard. My motherboard is old, and it doesn't support past the 3rd gen Ryzen chips. And, you know, when I upgrade my CPU, I'm going to want, you know, like a modern day, what are we on, like 5th gen Ryzen at this point? So I'd want to get like a 5th gen Ryzen, which means I'm going to need to get a new motherboard first. Which also means I should probably get a new PSU at some point, because I have a 600 watt, which is beginning to feel a little anemic. Never been a big Intel guy. I've always been an AMD guy. You know, okay, when it comes to CPUs, I'm an AMD guy. When it comes to graphics cards, I'm NVIDIA, obviously. Like, there ain't no competition. Was that enough for the gem? I had an AMD FX 6350 before I had the i5. Alright, you guys want to see a secret? A secret? Ooh, secret. So what I need is I just need something that will help me render video faster. Like, I'll render like a 15-minute 4K video, and it takes me like 2 hours. Like, I need something that moves a little quicker than that. The new PSU I got came with a UK power cord. I know each power cord runs on different wattage, but I'm using the standard Australian power cord for the PC, so it shouldn't matter. Why would they include the Europe? That's weird. You know what, Aussie Tom? I actually have a question for you. I was thinking about this the other day. What region is Australia considered in terms of, like, NTSC PAL regions? Is Australia considered a PAL region? We are PAL? Oh, gosh, I'm so sorry to hear. I am so sorry to hear. Yeah. So does that mean you grew up with games in 50 hertz? So for the video that I'm working on an unrelated review. Well, it's not even really a review video. I'm working on a new video that I look at something that didn't release in the US, I guess, if that makes sense. And so I compare it to the PAL release. And I'm emulating the PAL release, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't do this. This is terrible. Like, damn. I gotta say, I feel very fortunate that I was able to grow up with the NTSC versions of games. And I know it was just an optimization thing, like, games just weren't optimized to run at 50 hertz, and that was the main problem, but the overall, like, slower speed of a game, like, it just kills my muscle memory. I can't do it. PAL ain't my pal. Oop, too slow. Since we always ran PAL, I never noticed. God, it must. So I don't have a. I can't relate to this, but it must have been so strange when you found out that games just, you know, in other territories of the world just ran faster. I bet that was a weird thing to discover. It was weird to discover that other people grew up with, like, Sonic the Hedgehog, like, running that slowly. Like, oof. Imagine playing Space Channel 5 at 50 hertz. You'd want to blow your brains out. But I thought by Dreamcast they had that kind of stuff worked out. I thought it was more like NES, Mega Drive, Super Nintendo, like that era. Oh, yeah, I missed crates. Now I gotta blow myself up. I was gonna say by Dreamcast I would assume that they would have had those bugs worked out. Oh my gosh! I've never done this before. I didn't know you could do that. You can get the board up on the platform. Ah, darn it. I was also really confused as a kid to learn that the European Dreamcast logo was blue. I'm like, wait, but the swirl is red. Why is this one blue? Apparently it was due to like another company had used a red swirl as their brand logo, so Sega changed it. I was like, why does that Dreamcast have a blue logo? That's weird. I was just this uninformed kid. Oh, please let me have all the crates. Oh, darn it. It's probably from the death route, which means I have to do the secret path and the death route without dying. My goodness. That ain't even worth it. I just did all that for nothing. Road to Ruin. This is one of my favorites. I really like the aesthetic of this stage. Plus side is we saw a lot of game remasters that the US didn't. There was an RPG I loved on PS2, and only PAL got the Japanese re-release, which had new worlds, battle refinements, etc. Well, I wonder why it only released in PAL territories. Are we just not good enough? Alright, these stages have really annoying death routes. Oop. Hey, first try. I don't think we're gonna get the crate gem though. I think we need to enter this stage from a secret warp to get the crate gem. I'll still try. I don't know, but it happened a bit. I think it's more because of the UK. They got these re-releases, and since then, since it's the same region, we got them too. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so I was wondering if you guys were PAL or NTSC, and I was like, I could just look it up, but I have a friend in Australia. I might as well ask, you know. Yeah, no. Damn, we're missing half the crates. You ever gonna review crappy movies? I have recommendations for a great one that's very obscure. That could be fun. That could be a lot of fun. So I worry about doing movies strictly due to I didn't get the crystal? Oh, whoops. Alright, what I was going to say is, I worry about doing movie reviews due to copyright issues. Like, the last thing I'd ever want to do is put, like, a lot of time into a review just to have it demonetized, or to have the monetization taken by the rights holders. Like, oh my god, that would suck. But, I mean, that could be fun. I think the idea of watching crappy movies works better for, like, our Discord movie nights. Because when we do it there, like, we make all our jokes, we say everything we have to say, and we run no risk of copyright issues, which, you know, that's the main thing. It's just, I worry about copyright. Oh yeah, we skipped this whole part because we did the death route. Ended up chipping my PS2 anyway, importing the region-free games from China. Ooh, PS2 mods are something I'd really like to get into. PS1 mods as well. I'd really want to do the PS1 digital mod, which adds the HDMI out port to original PS1s. That's a mod I'd really like to do, but the mod kit for that is like $180. I'm like, oof. And it requires like intense soldering. Like, I completely trust my soldering ability. I just have a feeling like I'd mess one thing up. Just remake the scenes by yourself, Nostalgia Critic style. Could be called Lil Critic. Ooh. Oh, Doug Walker. None of this matters because I can't get the gem anyway. What is he yelling at? There's nothing outside. I don't know what he's yelling at. Damn dog. Doug Walker screams. Oh, God. My headache's getting worse just thinking about him. Well, okay, so I don't know much about PS2 mods. I follow more of the PlayStation 1 modding scene. And some of those mods are expensive. Like so there's something called the PSIO, which you plug into the expansion port of the PS1, and it lets you read SD cards. And I think they're like $100, which I'd like to grab one of those at some point. But there's also one that replaces the disk drive itself with an SD card reader. That one's a little more expensive, I think, and plus you lose the ability to read discs because you no longer have the disk drive. Ah. I think this is the hole I can jump down. Yes, there's a secret down here. It was chipped mostly to get dirt cheap games. It was cheaper to import from China than buy legit in Australia. Ah, damn it. You can impersonate people for Channel Awesome. Big market there. I want no association with Channel Awesome. I can't do the Doug Walker scream. I really can't. I'd go crazy. I'm actually the Nostalgia Critic? Oh my gosh. It's like I remember it so you don't have to. It's crazy, man. Don't some games just get banned in Australia for no reason? Or you guys have weird censorship laws or something? You have to remember it so we don't have to? Oh god, is that my curse? I'm forced to remember it? Oh. Oh, wait, I gotta get the Aku Aku mask first and then go down and then break that crate. Brand new AAA PS4 games are like, whoa, 70. Well, okay, so PS5 games are PS5 and Xbox Series X games going forward are $70. Like that's standard MSRP now. You get the purple gem here, I think? Maybe that's a different stage. I think you get the purple gem here. No, you get nothing. You get nothing here. PS5 games are standard 110. Damn, man, games are getting expensive. Makes Game Pass an even better deal. Oh. That's an investment. Okay, I mean, I think you can justify that price to an extent, because it's not like a movie that you get 2 hours of enjoyment from and then that's it. You know, it's something that you can get potentially hundreds of hours of entertainment from. So I get the increase in price, but still, like, ooh, that's expensive, man. Next time you go to Wawa, can we get a Mr. C tries it? Hey, maybe. I want to do a Wawa stream. You guys need to learn about the joys of Wawa. We'll go fill up the gas tank in my car, and we'll get food, and it'll be a great time. Maybe we'll talk to the crazy people outside. The crazy people sitting outside of Wawa at 2 in the morning. You know what could be fun? Is if we made like a series of exploring different Wawa locations. So I live within walking distance of 3 different Wawas. They're like on every single street corner here. So I could be like, today we're going to be trying a Wawa. Today we're going to be trying a chicken sandwich or a chicken cheesesteak from the Wawa on Route 70. Now today we're going to be trying one on Church Road. Sounds like it'd be a fun series. We could compare the quality of food between each of the locations. I missed 2 crates. Oh, fuck you. I'm not going back for the crates. There's a secret. Where did I miss 2 crates? Ooh. Really stiff today. We could fundraise for you, and then you could edit some videos of that. Yeah, no, it doesn't have to be. So it doesn't necessarily need to be a live stream, but I just thought it'd be fun if I could take you with me live. Think like a report of the week review bra style video, but live instead of pre-edited. So that way you get like my unfiltered thoughts. And I just missed one. You can do a fast food lore series? Oh god, Applebee's. We ate Applebee's, well, not a lot, but Applebee's was like the place we went as like a treat as a kid, when I was a kid. So like a lot of people are like, oh my god, it's garbage, it's garbage. But to me, like, that was a treat when I was a kid. Like, Applebee's was like, you know, that was eating good in the neighborhood. It's a very generic restaurant. You know, there's really nothing special about it, but I don't know, it has a special place in my heart. Ah, damn it. What kind of food is Applebee's? Think the most generic American food you could possibly think of. Cheeseburgers, steak, what else do they have? They have like pasta dishes. It's like the most generic American food you could possibly think of. I'm the Applebee's of content creators. It's like I'm comfort food, but I'm not that good, you know? Like I'm good, but you would never consider me like 5-star good. Bland as hell. Ah, damn it, I missed the crate again. Like if we came all this way to the secret, you know, the secret bonus stage, we should at least try to get the gem. Like, even if we don't play the game to 100%, if I can play it to, like, 75%, I'll be satisfied. Kind of like Sizzlers? I guess. I'm unfamiliar with Sizzlers. Should adopt that as your tagline. I'm like Applebee's. I'm good. I'm just not that good. Oh, come on. Mr. C is good, but not take and show off to your family back home kind of good. Yeah, I am kind of an embarrassing mess, huh? Oh, come on. I get an Applebee's out of 10. Man, you guys are making me hungry. God, these streams always turn into us talking about food. Now I'm just getting hungry. Now I want a cheeseburger. No more cheeseburgers for me. I gotta lose weight. Oh, come the hell on. Collision detection? What's that? Oh, we used to have collision detection on the boulevard. Sizzlers is a standard steak restaurant, but you had an all-you-can-eat options that include pasta, salad, and dessert bar. Ooh. It sounds to me like an Outback Steakhouse. Nothing beats a bloomin' onion, man. Oh my god, they are delicious. I'm gonna assume Australia oh, what the hell? I'm gonna assume Australia doesn't have Outback Steakhouse. Surely there's things you can record IRL nearby, not just Wawa. Although, I'd definitely try at least one pilot video of that, if you know what I mean. Might be interesting. Yeah, I could try it. I'd be happy to do that. I'd have to get over my fear of recording inside of a place. Because people are going to look at me like, what the fuck is wrong with this dude? He's talking to himself. Oh, and I missed that crate again. It was big here like 10 years ago. It barely exists anymore. Pretty sure it was the American brand. Ah. I could do like a food review. I could definitely do that as like a pilot. Just try it out and see how it does. Wawa, Mr. C reviews. It would help if you had a friend come with you. Wouldn't necessarily need to show their face on camera. Man, I don't have any friends. I do not have a single IRL friend, except for probably my girlfriend. She's really the only person I got left. Oh my god. I hate this. It's the worst. We had an American Outback-style restaurant chain. Name escapes me. But you can get steaks, baby back ribs, floats, etc. What's up, YT Pro? How you doing, dude? Ooh, God, you're putting me in the mood for a steak or a burger or something. Murky says, hello, handsome. Hey, Murky, be careful. He's like 14 years old. Be careful. Don't call him handsome. Ah, darn it. Too early that time. You should eat only Wawa for a half a year and document the body changes and sue them or become their Jared, depending on how that goes. That would be expensive. Like, you go and you get like a sandwich and a drink and it's like $10. So exclusively Wawa for a year. So let's say about $30 per day. So 30 times 365 times 3. Did you say half a year or a full year? Half a year. So Wawa 3 times a day for, we'll say, like 130 days. No, that's only 260. You're asking me to do math. You're asking the wrong guy to do math. That would be expensive. I would not be able to afford that. And plus, I'd get really fat, and I'm notoriously... Well, my family has a bad history of, like, high cholesterol and diabetes. It sounds like you're signing me up for a death sentence. They couldn't have made this pit just a little bit bigger. Or a little bit smaller. My wrist hurts. Oh, come on! Hog's Breath Cafe. That's the chain I was thinking of. Never heard of it. I'm just going to assume it's like an Outback Steakhouse. There we go. Alright. Woo! We did it! And we just missed that crate. My God. Never heard of it. But I'll be sure to avoid it when I go there one day. No, Outback's not terrible. It's not terrible. It's just... It's like stereotypical Australian food. It's like they eat nothing but steak and burgers, shrimp. It's like if Let's Put Another Shrimp on the Barbie was actually what Australians are like. That's what Outback Steakhouse is like. I don't know how else to describe it. It's just very, I don't know, generic. Man, they really kick up the difficulty on this one. Oh, I gotta remember. Jump, don't jump. Okay, so jump, don't jump. Don't jump. Oh, we did it. There was a burger joint here called Rataburger. The stuff of nightmares. It sounds like it'd be disgusting. We have a place down the road from me called Bubba's Burritos. If you ever want food poisoning, go to Bubba's Burritos. My goodness. My goodness. You will be ill if you eat at Bubba's Burritos. I mean, Australia's a country I'd like to visit one day. I don't know what for. I just want to go out and I want to explore the world one day. Whenever I get over my social anxiety, I'd love to explore the world. And I just jumped into a pit. What a boring ass boss fight this one is. You just have to make him jump in the pits. Like, you don't even really have to fight him. The Crash Warped Tiny fight is significantly better. Oh, darn it. He just skipped some platforms and went right to me. They're really gonna... Oh, come on, man. They're really gonna do this one thing at a time. One platform at a time. There we go. Got him. All right, we got two more warp rooms. We're gonna try to get through this kind of quick. You guys want me? You guys have me very hungry right now. I'd say we're probably at like 50% completion now. Like overall completion. What are we at? 47%. I think it would kind of suck to live in Australia or New Zealand due to bans and stuff not going there as often. Mr. C, sorry I couldn't be other streams. I couldn't be there because I've been building some temples in my world. And I built one yesterday and today. And I built a water temple. Oh, in Minecraft? Very cool. You don't ever have to apologize for missing a stream, man. I get it. You're your own person. How much do we have to pay you to make a video doing stuff Review Tech USA has done with a cucumber and shirtless? Yo, his videos have gotten really strange lately. It's because he started smoking weed. But I think he announced like yesterday that he's done with like all the weird surreal content with like Carlos the Chicken. I've been watching Review Tech USA since like 2012, man. Like, not even ironically. Like, I've been watching him for so long like because of his news coverage. The only person who should be apologizing for missing a Mr. C stream is me. Oh, Murky, you're fine. Skip button, da. Horses exposed. Yeah, he's gotten a little weird lately. I think he's realized that people are getting kind of off-put by his like creepy, surreal intros that he's been doing lately. And so he announced yesterday, he's like, yeah, they're gonna go on indefinite hiatus. Review hell. Oh, remember the big cheese? I want my $200, Rich. Oh, big cheese. And it's cool because like when that drama was going on, I was like genuinely subscribed to Big Cheese before all that drama had happened between them. So it was just like two YouTubers that I've known and have been following all of a sudden just have beef with each other. He's a funny guy. You guys remember what was the name of his stalker? Ralph. He's like, let's get some coffee, Richie. Oh. Yo, you know who hates Review Tech USA? DSP. Darkside Phil hates RTU so much. Because Rich like constantly calls him out and he's like, Phil, you're out of touch. Oh, exposed. The horses are exposed. I'll never understand the horses. I'll never understand his obsession with horses. Batman v Superman. Boogie2988 hates him, and Darkside Phil like loathes him. Like they are like mortal enemies. DSP hates everything. I don't ever... Listen, I'll admit that I've had some low points, but I'll never be as low as Darkside Phil. Low Tier God's my favorite YouTubers. F for Boogie. Yeah, Boogie's he's a train wreck these days. That's a shame, because he used to be a great informative news channel, like gaming news channel. And like now he's just, he has regressed. I unsubbed from him. I really can't stand his content anymore. And then he went and shot at that one guy, obviously in defense, but he went to jail for it and everything. I was watching RTU's stream last night where he was watching the Boogie apology video. Exposed. Wait, is Murky a girl? Because it's kind of sus if Murky's a guy, because he or she called me handsome, and I don't know if it's sus or not. I think Murky's a guy. Listen, I'm not one to assume genders. You are who you are. So if you do not identify as male or female, that's absolutely fine. DSP and Low Tier God do the fusion dance from DBZ. Boogie is gonna get he's gonna go full spoony. It's like Boogie had something good going. You know, he had a good following. He was getting a lot of views. It's just he just dropped the ball with it hard, man. And like, yes, he has trauma. Like he had a rough childhood, but he's let it consume him to the point where he lets it control him. He lets the fear and the anxiety run his life. You gotta go get your COVID shot. Good boy. Sucks for Boogie because so many people were trying to help him. Listen, if he doesn't want to help himself, he'll never be okay. And he doesn't seem to ever... Like, he got that surgery and everything, and then he just completely stopped with all the self-care stuff, and it just became like, I'm anxious. I can't make videos anymore. I can't do it. Plot twist. Mr. C was DSP this whole time. Well, I'm not recreating that thing I did earlier. I'm just going to keep saying Mr. C is secretly someone else, and no one can ever dream of stopping me. But why? What do you get out of that? What do you get out of that? Alright, the key here is to skip the bug. Take that back! I do not look like a young DSP. You take that back. He was a strapping man. I don't think I've ever seen a young picture of him. I didn't do it fast enough. I'm secretly the third Paul brother. I think there is a third Paul brother. He just doesn't really get much attention. I could be wrong. Frankly, I don't give a shit about them or their family. You know, the man single-handedly ruined one of my favorite hobbies. Alright, hopefully that's enough. I can see some DSP in his cheekbones. I don't have cheekbones. I got baby fat that I never lost. Perhaps DSP is actually his father, or Mr. C is a clone of DSP and his genetic template. Yeah, it's like a Boba Fett situation where I'm not really his son. I'm a clone of him. Damn it! Don't talk about my dad. Alright, so the Firefly only sticks around for a little bit, so we gotta destroy these before we even pick up the Firefly. This is why YouTube drama's manufactured. Because they're all clones that come from the same factory. Mr. C is no different. Yep, I'm just a clone of DSP. I got his genetic makeup, unfortunately. Possible name for a secondary channel. I don't know who I like to make fun of more, Phil or Chris Chan. I really don't know. Can't give a good answer to that. It's almost time for Cold Hard Crash. I'm excited for that one. My PC is